Okay, so once you get an assembly into a drawing file, what you want to do is to number the different parts inside your assembly on this drawing file. And then after we number them, then we'll create a table, a parts list that gives names to each of these individual parts. So the first thing that we want to do is go over here and click the Annotate tab. And if you go all the way over here in the table section where it says balloon, um, click the top half of that icon, and the first part that we'll number is this the bottom block. Okay, if you hover your mouse around the edges, one of the edges of the bottom block, you see that it turns red. So I'm going to hover it on this edge here, left click, then this BOM properties window will pop up. BOM stands for Bill of Materials. Okay, so everything is already set. You don't have to input or change anything. Click OK. Then you'll get this window here. Just select OK. And so then you'll see that it starts the balloon feature. Okay. So right now, the first line of my balloon feature is started. So what I'm going to do is add an angle. Doesn't have to be exact like mine, but notice that it's kind of, I got it positioned at the same angle as my part here. And I'll get it roughly out to a distance like this. Then left click, then it starts a second line. And this second line I'm going to make completely horizontal. Left click again, and if I wanted to, I can start a third line, but I think I'll stop at 2. So I'll right click and click continue. And so that's where it places the end of my balloon. And at this point it's completely subjective. You know, it's just artistic. And so I like to have my balloons kind of extend out like this. So notice my mouse is still in the little plus next to it. That means it's in balloon feature still. So now I'm going to go and number um, the top block. So I'm going to click on this edge here, and I'm going to extend the line, the first line out, you know, in the same angle as the first one. Left click, and then start to draw second balloon out and try to get it as equal to the first one. Left click again, and then right click, and then go to continue. Okay. Then finally the post. I'll start like toward the middle, go up. Let's do this. And left click. It's roughly about here. Left click again, and then continue. Okay, so um, standard naming convention. Oh, let me right click and get out of this and cancel. Standard numbering convention is usually the biggest part in your assembly. That usually has the lowest number. So this bottom block is the biggest part. So we started with 1, then 2, and then 3. And so I know that it's probably hard to see these numbers if, you know, unless you zoom in. But remember, this drawing files, these things are usually printed on you know, a very giant sheet of paper. So these numbers will be very clear on the drawing file. We could adjust the size of the text, but for right now, this is we'll leave it, you know, at this point for now. Okay, so we'll move on and then we'll start to add the parts list next.